I've never exuded stress throughout a prep. No, my mindset has definitely shifted over the years, and ever since the year I got sick, that was like, hey, fuck, everything just changed. And I don't like living in the thing of like not wanting something. I just want to live in abundance, like what I want.
When you come into a prep, my question is, do you feel different every single prep, or do you feel like you go into the same time, kind of like that time and mind zone when you get ready? Because I know every athlete that I've worked with is slightly different, but how do you look at that? When you were, we built the ecosystem for that week around, the peak week was to try to keep it super simple. In the overall prep and everything else, do you, I guess my whole thing is, you seemed more relaxed than from what I've heard, because everyone had come up to me before, whether it was Courtney or Kelvin or whatever, they're like, oh, he's definitely not freaking out like he normally does, or he's just, or less stressed.
When you said that at some point in this prep too, and I'm like, I don't think I'm really ever that stressed. I've never exuded stress throughout a prep. I've always been pretty chill, but no, my mindset has definitely shifted over the years, because ever since, I mean, when I was a baby, I was just a baby and I was running into it, not even thinking. And ever since the year I got sick, that was like, hey, fuck, everything just changed.
And that was in 18?
2018, yeah. That was in the next year. I went into it and I was just afraid. I was like, I'm going to get sick again. Like, I don't want to, I was living in a fear and lack and being like, I don't want to get sick, rather than like, I am healthy and I want to do this. I was like, just fearful. And I don't like living in the thing of like not wanting something. I just want to live in abundance, like what I want, not avoidance. So 2019 was pretty much all of that. That was a stressful prep for sure. And I was looking like shit until a week out, literally. Somehow won that show. I don't even know how, but I just kind of kept pushing through, but I wasn't present and I didn't really enjoy it. And then 2020 was COVID. And then I was just like, that was a clean prep. You know, I didn't travel all year because I couldn't. I had a new training partner. I was at home, just super locked in, and it felt really good. And I was able to really focus on my mindset that year, because in 2019, I didn't enjoy it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to win this year. I want to do this, and I need to enjoy it more and be more present, because last year I just feel like I lost out on an amazing opportunity of like an experience that I barely remember. So I really focused on that year. 2021 was kind of the same. And in 2022, there was all the stuff going on with the coach and all the stuff. I was like, business started to become a huge part of my life. I started to be a lot more busy. I was like, I'm kind of getting older. I've done this a few times. Do I still want this? Do I still have the drive in me? Like, do I still love this? Like, it was kind of all over the place. And there was a little bit more fear and doubt at the beginning of that prep of like, if I was willing to do it. And I mean, I've always had difficult things to overcome every prep. And every year I'm like, fuck, like, I always say this. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that again, you know, when I finish and then I get to do it, I'm like, fuck, I got to do that again. Like, I got to be better than that, because I can't just be the same. Right. I got to be better. Like, I want to improve every year. I don't just want to keep winning, looking the same. And then, so 2022, last year, I was thinking that I was kind of like worried about it. And then when you kind of came in and you started pushing me and it was new things and my body started to respond really well. And I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to give it to Hany. I'm going to give it to the universe. I'm going to give everything I have right now. And whatever happens is going to happen. And I started to slowly enjoy it, bodybuilding more. And I told you this, I like fell back in love with bodybuilding last year a little bit more than I had in the past. And it was just a little bit lighter, less stress, like you said. And I was just like, each day was just like a present day. Like, you know, I get to go in the gym today and train my ass off. I feel good. I'm healthy right now. Let's have a great day. And I just kept doing that, you know, and I felt tired and shitty in the end, but I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to lie on my couch today and have a nap all day. And I was just like taking it as it was. And I mean, as life should be, but like, we get in our heads, we overthink, we stress about things, we create issues, all these things. And this year I just kind of was like, fuck it, I'm just going to enjoy this. And yeah, I guess this year was a little bit less stress-free and kind of trying to relieve a little bit pressure off me and being like, I have to win the Olympia. And this is another thing I always say, like, I used to feel like I have to win, I have to be it, I have to do this, rather than I get to, you know, I have the opportunity to do something I love. This is a privilege, not something I have to do. And just that simple mindset shift changes your whole body language, your body chemistry, your stress, everything in your body, like completely. And I was able to enjoy it a lot more and be a lot more present this year. Until the bicep tear. And then I got back in my head. I'm like, fuck, I look like shit. Everyone's looking at my arm. My arm was
Well, that's
torn.
Because of Kelvin. That's Kelvin's.
That was Kelvin's fault.
Yeah, his fault. He literally said to me and Courtney, I can't believe that nothing happened during this prep. Isn't that what you said, Kelvin?
He's like, I can't believe nothing happened. Everything's been perfect.
Everything's been perfect. I can't believe it. And I said, you just fucking jinxed it.